Bryce Duskett with you as we continue our Rural Radio Network Roadshow, broadcasting from the Nebraska College of Technical Agriculture in Curtis. Let's talk about the Vet Tech program, something that's very successful down here at NCTA. Before we do that, let's meet the three ladies we're visiting with. Have each of you give a little quick introduction. How long have you been at NCTA? And Barb, they tell me you've been here the longest, so we'll start with you.
I have. My name's Barb Berg. And I actually was a student here. I came out here and got my vet tech degree, went back to Omaha, worked in Omaha for 7 years full-time as a technician, and then came back out here to teach. And Curtis is a great town, and the school is a great place, and I have been teaching for 40-plus years.
Okay, how about that? Judy, how about you?
My name's Judy Bowmaster-Cole, and I also graduated from NCTA in vet tech. I came as a non-traditional student. And I have been teaching almost every class that we've had here for the last 35 years.
You say non-traditional student. What does that mean?
I came actually as an older person when my daughter went to college. I went to college myself.
Love it. And last but not least, Crystal.
Yes, I'm Dr. Crystal Rhine. I'm a veterinarian, so I'm the attending physician for the animals that we have up at Vet Tech, but I'm also one of the professors. This is my third year teaching. I've been a veterinarian for 16 years, though, and I have kind of learned that my passion really does kind of lie in teaching and teaching our students to really be able to take care of their animals.
Well, let's stay with you. Give us an overview of this program here at the Nebraska College of Technical Agriculture.
So for our program that we have, it has really been hands-on, and that was honestly the thing that drew me here, was the fact that there are so many animals here on campus that our students are able to get that hands-on experience with. They have large animal, we have small animal, and we even have a lot of exotic animals. So birds, reptiles, little pocket pets like hamsters and that kind of stuff in addition to dogs and cats. And it really has given our students the opportunity to get a lot of those hands-on things that they're going to need when they are out in the profession, though.
For those joining us on video, you can see behind us in the windowsill is plants. We are not in the vet tech area. That's because last time I was here at NCTA doing one of these events, they said, check out our reptiles. We got snakes. We got exotic things. I said, no way. I'm not getting close to those snakes. But I know a lot of students find that pretty cool. And perhaps if they go work in a zoo, they'll be working with those animals in the future. Or why is this all important?
Well, I think the veterinary technician program and the career path is very important because a veterinarian can't do it all themselves. They need the paraprofessionals. They need us. They need the nurses, the assistants, the technicians. For just an example of that might be a typical surgery case, just a small animal practice and an ovariohysterectomy on a medium-sized dog. You are probably looking at 1 to 2 hours of prep work to do all the pre-anesthetic testing. The technicians do that. They talk to the owners. They check the animals in. They take the x-rays. They check out their liver and kidney function, figure out their risk classification, talk all that over with the veterinarian. They decide on the anesthetics that should be used. And then with the veterinarian's approval, they will administer the anesthetics, the pre-meds. They monitor the animal during surgery. They prepare the surgery suite. That probably needed to be done the day before in this case. But they autoclave the drapes and gowns and instruments, get the room all set up, and then they keep the animal asleep during the surgery. They keep them safe during the surgery. They may assist the doctor in surgery. And then after the surgery is done, the doctor will decide on the post-op care that's needed, and then the technician or the assistant will apply all of those things too. So for 20 minutes worth of surgery on ovariohysterectomy, you probably have 2 to 3 hours work that's done by the assistant or the technicians. And then during that time, the veterinarian has been able to move on to other surgeries, other patients, other phone calls.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Judy, why do you think this program's unique here at NCTA?
I'll refer back to the animal population that we have. The animals that we keep on campus full-time, the students get a chance to learn a lot about them before they ever deal with them in a lab as far as health concerns or things like that. So they have a class that the animals are in the full care of the students throughout the semester, so they learn how their behaviors, they learn how to feed them, they learn how to disinfect in those kind of classes. So that's kind of unique to have those on campus all the time. And then they go out to the large animals, run them through the chutes to cattle, for example. And today they were actually working with the goats in lab. And then they also are involved sometimes in a necropsy if there's an animal that has died or comes in for use in the class. So it's very unique from that. I think we're one of the few colleges that has that available for students pretty much year-round when they're in class, even in the summer. We have a summer class that's called Fur and Feather. That really pulls in all of the animals that aren't involved in the other classes. So we do lab animal care, we do lab animal techniques in the summer, we do a lot of the exotic pets in the summer. All of the labs give them that wonderful chance to get to know the animal while they're healthy and good, and also then to know the animal when they need to have care. So I think that's one unique thing about us. There's so much to learn before you even worry about a sick pet. So they get to do that. The other thing I think that's unique about our program is the setting that we're in. We're in a small community. We're in beautiful Frontier County. We're in cowboy culture. We're the place to go if you like to have that rural setting and some space. We get to do that.
Well said. Hey, a question for somebody here. Maybe, it doesn't matter who wants to take a stab at this, but over the past few years, and I'm sure it's been going on perhaps for a decade plus, but we keep hearing about the shortage of large animal food veterinarians want to practice and do that. Is that the same case for the technician side as well?
Absolutely. And that's probably a big void that more and more of our technicians can and need to fill. I just looked up today that there's a 15% growth needed technician area, and which is a higher growth than most occupations from what I understand. So yes, there's a shortage of technicians everywhere, not just large animal practices, but small animal practices as well.
As you were mentioning, Judy, we are here in Frontier County, beautiful spot in Nebraska, largely rural area though, but students who come to NCTA are not only rural students. Like I said, last time I was here, I think I met a young lady from Chicago who came here, who found the program online, and the rest is history. So maybe, Crystal, let's wrap up with you talking about kind of the student population and the people who are studying to become vet technicians.
So we have on campus here a large population of students that have recently graduated from high school. Some may be non-traditional students that have decided to come onto campus in order to be able to learn how to be a veterinary assistant or technician. In the last year, we have really been putting together also an online program that is really intent for that student who is probably more the non-traditional student who may already be working out in the veterinary field, because we have noticed that need for having students that are able to work in the profession while also learning at the same time. And so that's where this online program has kind of been developed from. And so we're trying to allow more students the access to our great education that we have, but in a format that is easier for them if they may not be able to come on campus. But we still have our wonderful on-campus activities that we do so that those students that need to get that hands-on because they're not already working in a clinic get those hands-on experiences with us.
And they can get all of that right here while they're on campus.
Yep.
And another big advantage, I think, of our vet tech program is that we are on an ag campus. So we have not only our vet tech animals, or dogs and cats and all of those, but we have all of the livestock that's part of the ag production system classes as well, right here on campus. We don't have to get on a bus and take them outside of town somewhere.
Yeah, and we even have a little bit of a spin-off into some specialty areas. So the exotic animals, for example, there's special classes, and also for equine health. So it's not the equine management, but it's equine health. So starting to talk about that more in detail. They get to learn a lot.
Those exotic animals that scare me. I would not be signing up for that class.
You need to come to my class.
Yeah.
I'll solve
There's
that
no
for
snakes
you.
crawling on me,
Yeah.
okay?
Or have Chrissy, because usually by the end of facilities, our students are perfectly happy to work with the snakes and stuff. So.
The most frightened students will
Yep.
wind up bringing one into the office and say, see if I can hold a snake.
I'm glad there's students willing to do that. That's just not me. Oh, this has been fun. Crystal, Barb, and Judy joining us here as we talk about the Vet Tech program at the Nebraska College of Technical Agriculture, all part of our Rural Radio Network Roadshow.